UPS, also known as University of Petroleum and Energy Studies, is a state-private university established under the UPS Act passed by the state legislature of Uttarakhand in 2003. Though we have petroleum and energy in our name as our legacy, over the years we have diversified into different other specializations. And at present, as you appropriately said, it is a multidisciplinary university with 7 different schools operating in the areas of advanced engineering, computer science, design, health sciences, business, modern media, and law. This very much aligns with the latest National Education Policy 2020, which is released by Ministry of Education, Government of India. You are aware about that, which emphasizes, and I would like to quote a sentence from there, which specifically says preparation of professionals must involve an education in the ethics and importance of public purpose, an education in the discipline, and an education for practice. It must centrally involve critical and interdisciplinary thinking, discussion, debate, research, and innovation. For this to be achieved, professional education should not take place in isolation of one's specialty. And that is what is one of the beauty of UPS. And towards this end, we look forward to different collaborations. And one of such collaborations is ULaw, as you asked about. So the University of Law is one of the most prestigious institutions in London, and which prepares basically solicitors and barristers. And we happen to get into an MOU with the ULaw because of our larger association with Global University System. And ULaw offers a lot of opportunities for our faculty, for our students, in terms of student exchange, in terms of faculty teaching different courses with us in co-blended and co-teaching mode. Like, for example, last semester, we had Contract Law 2 being taught in a co-teaching mode with the ULaw faculty members. We had an advanced and professional skills course wherein 2 of the tutors from ULaw traveled to India and delivered it to our advanced learners, which we call the top performers of the class. So that we gave as a value-add program for our students. So this is what is the collaboration with ULaw. So law programs in UPS basically began with its signature BA LLB honors in energy laws, which was basically to cater to the requirement of integrated and industry-oriented specialized law programs. And we are working towards quest for excellence. And for this part, basically, we have progressed over the years. And at present, we are offering 5-year integrated LLB programs with BA, BBA, BCom, and a unique 6-year integration with BTech LLB. Now, these programs are offered with 16 honors specialization for the students to choose from. And the specializations range from energy law, constitutional law, labor law, criminal law, IPR, cyber law, legal and secretarial practice, media and entertainment laws. We give corporate law, banking, insurance and finance, international trade and investment law, taxation law. This year, from 2021, we have added 4 more new specializations, keeping in view the contemporary developments which is happening. And these are food safety and environmental law, forensic science and law, digital innovation and law, and medicine, health, and law. Now, in terms of PG, we have got 4 specializations, and that is a 1-year LLM program, which we offer, which has also got artificial intelligence and machine learning. So that we have added. I must tell you that we have got a wherewithal to run these particular courses because we have got different schools which help us. Like, we have got School of Computer Science full-fledged, which takes care of AI and machine learning, that kind of stuff. We have got School of Health Sciences, which will take care of the medicine, health, and law, and that stuff as far as the honors papers are concerned. Then we have School of Business, which helps us in BBA. So it is kind of a multidisciplinary university. I believe, this is one of the best point to study in UPS, is that you don't only have an access to the School of Law, but you have an access to different other schools, their faculty, their resources. So I believe it is a great institution. We keep innovating in our curriculum, and I'm very happy to tell you that we at School of Law follow an outcome-based education, which is unique in the field of law as far as India is concerned. Because while globally OB in law is recognized, in India, we have not yet implemented for multiple reasons. But keeping in view with the university's focus on OBE, because our other programs in other schools are NBA accredited, and in business, there is other accreditations as well. In School of Law, we thought that we will implement OBE, and we practice OBE, that is outcome-based education. And this implementation we have already begun. And we have a systematic mechanism of curriculum design and revision, which is primarily based on the feedback on curriculum from various stakeholders. We have a focused faculty cluster deliberation, as well as the curriculum committee deliberation before the matter is placed before Board of Studies. Then it is approved by the academic council. There are renowned people in this Board of Studies as well as academic council who give guidance in curriculum and development. From this month on, basically, this School for Life concept has come up in 2020. So when NEP came up and we had this Corona coming up, and we had a need to revisit our curriculum and see as to what needs to be taught to the students. And we are of we are of a view, here that the students should be made lifelong learners. The students should be able to, lead their life. They should be, having that particular skill which is required to lead the life. And from this emerges the new curriculum framework at UPS, which is called ABLE, that is Academic Blueprint for Learning Excellence. It is basically a holistic in its overall structure, and it yet focuses on individual needs of the student to discover, experience, explore, and challenge. Now, the learning is segmented into core subject studies, core specialization studies, minors and exploratory subject, and signature and life skill learning. So when a student joins, from school, the student needs some handholding, trying to understand as to how things work. And that is where School for Life courses like learning how to learn, handling data, these are these, subjects which are taught to the students under School for Life. So when we say we in School for Life, we have courses which deals with life skills, we have exploratory courses, we have signature skills courses. When I say exploratory, that is where our students explore across these schools. So these are different exploratory courses offered in design, offered in computer science, business. So a student would be in a situation to choose these courses from there and explore and curate a course for himself. And they can earn a minor from any of them. Like, for example, I offer a minor in legal studies, which is offered to all other students. And they can take up that. So they have to clear some paper, and that is how they do it. Now, in terms of the School for Life, it is basically intrinsic part of the composite UPS student experience at present, and it facilitates learning and education that is balanced between what students want and what is needed for them as future global citizens and leaders for tomorrow. So with courses designed to equip students with lifelong learning skills, a focus on wide range of contemporary issues, and a mandatory social and professional internship experience is unique in this ABLE framework. So all our first semester students will go under social internship. So we have tie-ups with more than 250 NGOs, I think more than that. And they will be going under compulsory internship in their first semester with NGOs. And in the second year, they will be going with their internship with either industry or the government. And from third year, their specialization internships will start, which is actually the Bar Council internships, which will be required to be done by them. So it is a nicely curated framework which we are, executing, and that we are calling it ABLE framework. So a lot of effort has gone in developing this, and it is unique to UPS. I would guide the students that first of all, you should visit our website, go to website and register yourself, because the best guidance you will get once you register. Because once you register at the website, you will get a counselor specifically who will guide you through all the processes. All your questions will be answered. If a question requires my attention, that will come to me. I will answer. So like this process gets better. In terms of the examination, you appropriately said, we have got ULSAT, that is UPS Law Entrance Test, which the students have to give. Their dates are already out. I think last date is 10th of June, and there will be examination in June. Now, these schedules are flexible, as you know, because of the examinations being rescheduled because of COVID. But other than ULSAT, which is a preference which we give to our students, other than that, we accept CLAT, we accept LSAT. We are a member of LSAT as well. So LSAT scores are also accepted. Last year, unfortunately, we could not conduct this particular tests because of the reason you are aware. So we accepted 12th, percentage for admission. This year, we don't know, but we are going ahead with this examination process as of now. And those scores are calculated, and then the students are selected. I tell you that minimum 60% means cutoff. Last year, we didn't admit any student below 60% in 12th. That is what. We offer scholarships, and there is 20% scholarship which we give for girls students. So this is under our Project Shakti initiative. So UPS is very much into the corporate social responsibility area, and we have a number of projects, including the project Naman, which we launched last year, which basically takes care of martyrs families. So we sponsor education for their whole career for the martyrs. But other than that, there are other initiatives. But Project Shakti basically is an initiative with our vision to provide a fillip to women empowerment through formal higher education. And through this, we offer 20% scholarship on tuition fees to all girl students for the complete program duration. So this is how it works for the girl students. For rest of the students, we have got up to 100% scholarship, merit-based scholarship. And the details could be found by registering yourself. So there are admission counselors who will help you understand this particular process, how this works. Right now, we are, waiting for these students to be there in the campus. But given this particular situation, we all understand. But otherwise, I will tell you, UPS is a place which is vibrant in energy. I must tell you, at the university, 12,000 plus students. In the School of Law, about 2,300, 2,400 students. It is always bubbling with energy. We take care that our students have got this diverse group, and diversity is there. So as far as School of Law is concerned, we have about 50-50 ratio of girls and boys. That is one important thing which I must tell you, because that ratio is maintained at our place. We have got about 60% female faculty members. So that is also a great thing to say. And we have a specific focus, towards maintaining this particular diversity into the classroom, because we believe learning happens when different people from different, places come together and they exchange the ideas. So that is something which we focus on. In terms of the campus life, we have got a beautiful campus. It is a twin campus, one campus located in Vidoli and the other one is located in Kandoli. We name it as Energy Acres and Knowledge Acres. I am right now sitting in Knowledge Acres, where we have School of Business and School of Law. And this particular campus is serene in the foothills of Himalayas. So weather is good and pollution-free environment. So I believe our students enjoy a lot as far as the campus life is concerned. Infrastructure is up to the mark, the latest infrastructure which we provide to the students inside the classroom and outside the classroom for facilities. And as far as student extracurricular activities are concerned, we have a specific focus on sports, and we give them opportunities to join different clubs. So as I told you, School for Life framework, there we have made it mandatory for them to join at least one club. So even we are not leaving the students who are just, slipping away. So we are bringing everybody into that particular system. They have to choose at least one club. Other than that, our students are very, very instrumental in bringing up newer, societies and newer clubs. So in School of Law, if I may tell you, we have got Moot Court Association, we have got ADR Association, we have got Society of Law and Literature. We do all forms of debate, including parliamentary debate, MUN, every form of debate is taken care of. Literary society is taken care of. Even we don't leave Kavya, Kavita part. So there is a society which takes care of that. So our students are very ingenious, and I must, tell that the present generation has a lot of energy, and channelizing that energy is one of the major tasks of the academic leaders. And I believe UPS is doing great in that. I always guide the students because I'm also a counselor for students. Always there are plenty of students who come for guidance on this aspect, and parents as well. And my point is that you should not decide an institution just because of the placement figures. I believe placement is an outcome which comes, but ultimately one should look at the experience what you get. And if you have got a good experience, placement is an outcome which will happen. Be as it may. As far as placement in UPS is concerned, we have got a specific placement cell which takes care of this. They also support us in internships for our students, which is unique because I believe this doesn't happen in the National Law School framework because there the student drive it. Here at our place, we have got professionals who take care of this particular activity, and they are basically supported in this particular exercise. In terms of the placement and in terms of the areas in which the students go, I must tell you that students have now started diversifying themselves. So it is not only about the placement they are looking for. They are looking for entrepreneurship. They are looking for becoming judges. They are looking for becoming, going in higher education. So since we have a large pool of students, we have multiple areas in which students go. So one of our students recently is promoted as a partner in one of the tier 1 law firms. So they are working in different areas, and institution provides the complete support. One thing I can only tell you here is the institution is committed towards its philosophy of student first, and helping the students throughout. And for that, we provide 5-year placement support. I think no institution gives that. So I believe that is the commitment which the institution shows, that see, whatever may be the situation, we will help you, support you till the time you have a job of your dreams. That is what 5-year placement support is a unique initiative which we took. And the objective was, that we have a large pool of students, and students keep exploring. And not only this, I keep receiving requests from law firms and our alumni as well, that whether you have some recommendation who has got 2 years experience, 3 years experience. So we thought that when we are getting these requests from different firms, different companies, why not to utilize this and help our own alumni? And that is how this works. So once a student is pass out, they register themselves into the alumni network, and through that they can get associated with career services, and whatever support the career services can provide, they provide. International collaborations is a big focus area for us. Now we are part of a system which basically enables us to get connected to multiple universities across the world. And I gave you one example of the University of Law, and that only is not the example. We have got UC Berkeley, we have got other institutions in different places, including Australia, including Middle East, including America, and UK. Definitely, yes, we have. So what happens in these scenario is that any student who passes out at UPS gets a scholarship in their higher studies if they join these institutions under this particular arrangement of progression. Second thing which happens is basically our faculty members travel or collaborate with the faculty out there, which is very, very important, because that experience then comes back to the classroom. Third is the student exchange and the student collaboration which happens. Fourth is that we get some faculty members from there to spend time with our students. So these are the different opportunities which are available to our students through these collaborations. And day by day, these collaborations are increasing, and I'm sure the students are going to get more things to choose from. I would like to only say to the students, that this is a very crucial phase of your career, because choosing a professional education, choosing an higher education for you is very important. Choose carefully, do all your research, whatever you want to do, and then choose an institution. Once you choose an institution, focus. But while choosing, there are certain things which you should look for. What are you looking for? What is your passion? Where you want to go? If you are undecided, decide yourself first. And then give your best to whatever you have chosen, and work and try to have a plan for yourself. Nowadays, I find that the youngsters don't have a plan for themselves. So when I ask this question in my first orientation with the students of first semester, generally people will have no idea where they want to be. So I asked this particular question last year, that in 2025, what you want to be. And to my surprise, 80% of the people didn't know where I want to be. I believe this question needs to be asked first. And if you ask this question to yourself, and you will definitely seek for more answers from different people, and that will help you shape up your career. My best wishes to all of you. Give whatever examinations you are into, and if you are choosing law, I have already given you the plus points for UPS, why you choose.